Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. I want to talk about a few things that I've been seeing. I seen Dillian White and Dillian White and Tyson Fury going at it. Um, Seen Shannon Briggs chime in about this Fury versus Wilder thing. Wait for a few of y'all to show up. I could have swore I seen something. Tony Bell, you had something to say about the Wilder and Fury fight. What's good, Briz? What's up, man? Just gonna cover a few heavyweight topics, just stuff in the news that I've seen, man. Just want to talk about. AZ was good. Hey, do any of y'all know? Did Tony Bellew say something about this fight with? Did he have an opinion on Wilder versus Fury? I could have swore he did. Johnny Payne says Brian Jennings versus Amir Mansour. Who you think wins, real quick? That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna go with Brian Jennings. I think his youth would prevail. I think if he uses his jab, there's a possibility that he can keep Amir Mansour on the end of the jab, and I think he can bang with him on the inside. I do give Amir Mansour a puncher's chance to knock Jennings out if he catches him, but I think Amir Mansour is short enough, and his style. Because Amir sometimes will try to box with you. He's not just going to come straight forward. He will try to box with you. And I think as the rounds go on, I think Jennings can build up a points lead if they choose to just box based on his reach. And I think he can match Mansour on the inside. Mansour can crack though, man. But I'll favor Jennings in that one. All right. Let me see. J Dogs Poop says Bellew said he thinks Wilder gets Fury in 3 rounds. He just mad because Eddie Hearn and AJ look bad now. Okay. Official AJ, what's good, bro? Anthony Foss, what's up? He says David Hay commented. I seen David Hay and Deontay Wilder. There was a when Wilder was out there. Um, I seen them talking. I seen an interview of them talking to each other. I can barely hear what they were really saying though, but it just pretty much looked like two heavyweights showing each other respect. We know Wilder has been in some David Hay camps back in the day, so it just looked like they were just meeting and greeting, having respect for each other, man. Thomas Moreland says, "I'm watching you spit the truth. That's what's up." James Coleman, what's good, man? Shotgun Sandwich ENT, what's good? All right, now let me just talk about this real quick. All right, as y'all fall into the video, man, y'all go and hit that thumbs up. I see 21 people watching so far. Go hit that thumbs up button. Um, Look, Dillian White, of course, he's not going to be happy for Tyson Fury. Why would he be happy for him? He wants to fight Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? He's not going to be up here applauding the fight, and he's going to call them, both of them bones, both of them cowards, so on and so forth. But when they're going back and forth on social media that I just seen, Fury made some points. He's like, "Shit, dude, if you wanted to fight Wilder, why didn't you just fight Luis Ortiz?" You know what I mean? Now some fans can argue, "Oh, he's done enough already to fight him." Okay, that's fair enough. That's your opinion. But the truth of the matter is, they were saying, you fight Luis Ortiz and you can get Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? Yes, I know he's beat Lucas Brown. He just beat Joseph Parker, but none of those, and Helenius and those guys, but none of those wins were going to get you a Deontay Wilder fight. The fight that would have got you to fight is Luis Ortiz. Yes, look, I think a guy beating Joseph Parker is a good win on his record. Joseph Parker is one of the better fighters in this era. That's a fact. But there was no guarantee of beating Joseph Parker will get you a Deontay Wilder fight. Beating Ortiz would have. So Fury made a point when he said that to Dillian White. All right. And maybe this guy will show up to this chat while I'm doing this, but there's a subscriber's name is Ascension, and he was asking me on the last video I did in the comments section. If he shows up, I'm gonna answer it. But he was asking me he was asking me why did my opinion change? Because when Fury first came back, I did say that, hey, I think that Tyson Fury needs two. Now listen to me. I said he needs 2 or 3 tune-up fights, and then first quarter of 2019 he can have AJ versus Wilder. 2 or 3. You gotta listen to that. I said 2 or 3. He's taken 2. He's ready. I underestimated Tyson Fury to be able to get all that weight off. The dude was close to fucking 400 pounds, yo. Like, I didn't think he'll get it off this quickly. He got it off pretty quick. He's ready. He was 258 pounds his last fight. The fight before that against Safiri, he was 276. So he has shown me that he just needs 2 fights. Come November, December, the dude can easily lose another 7 to 12 pounds. You know what I mean? So I said 2 or 3 fights, maybe first quarter of next year, meaning fucking January, Feb. But what's another month or two? If the fight's gonna happen November, December, January, pretty much around the same fucking time. You know what I mean? So yes, I did say that, but I said 2 or 3, and he has surprised me with the way he's been able to get this weight off. People are sitting up here saying that he's not ready yet. He's not ready. According to who? You? Because according to him, he's ready. I did see him say, I was reading an article on Boxing Scene where he said that in an ideal world, he would like to have one more fight, but the world's not ideal. He's ready now. He's not coming to Vegas to lose, so on and so forth. He's ready, yo. You know what I mean? If the man's ready, his weight's coming off smoothly, the dude's ready to go. He's confident. 78 Sports TV, I just seen a snippet on his video. There is a face-off type of 78 got like some exclusive footage, like a minute long face-off between Wilder and Fury. There's some guy sitting in the middle, and then the WBC belt is on the table. So you guys go check that out. I'm not sure where that's going to be or who's going to televise that. I don't know, but they've already did some type of face-off for it. So you know how like in the UK they got like the gloves are off. It's like, but it's not the gloves are off, but it's like that type of setup where they're both sitting across the table. It's like a dark room with the belt sitting in the middle. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to see how that turns out. But yeah, man. And then a lot of people saying he's not ready. He's not back to form. He didn't look like the old Fury in the Pianata fight. And my thing is, what do you guys really expecting him to really look like? Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Mike Tyson? That's not his style, man. He looked like the same Tyson Fury to me in that fight. The same guy. If Tyson Fury stops you or knocks you out, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be in the midst of him fighting his style. He isn't coming out there he wasn't blowing guys out 3 years ago, 5 years ago. That's never been his style. When he has been able to stop guys, it's because they just couldn't handle what he was putting on them. But usually Fury he looked the same he looked in the fucking Vladimir fight, to tell you the truth. Circling, using his jab, switching to southpaw, touching you up, moving, sliding, side to side, going back, touching you, moving. That's just his style, man. And then my thing is, who does he need to beat to be ready? Like, which guy exactly does he need to beat to be ready? I've seen some guys on my previous video says, fight like a Dillian Whyte. Okay, if he beats Dillian Whyte, first of all, him and Dillian Whyte is a good matchup style-wise. I think he'll have a difficult time with Dillian Whyte, period. Whether it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, a year from now, just style-wise, I think he makes for a difficult fight. But if he beats Dillian Whyte doesn't have the style of a Deontay Wilder. Nobody really does. So who can you really fight to get prepared for him? Nobody has that type of gangly, awkward, athletic type of style that he has. That's like saying Deontay Wilder isn't ready for Tyson Fury. Well, who the fuck would he fight to get ready for him? Some people may argue maybe like a Huey Fury, but you guys get what I'm saying though, man. He's had 2 fights. The dude doesn't need 3, 4 fights, man. He doesn't need it. You know what I mean? He's ready now. So that's to answer your question, Ascension, if you show up or if you watch this video, man. Yeah, and also Fury brought up to Dillian Whyte that, hey man, you could have fought fucking Pulev. So, and the thing about Whyte is I like Dillian Whyte. You guys have heard me say that plenty of times. When I gave my top 5 fights I would like to see in the heavyweight division, one of those fights was Dillian Whyte versus Jarrell Miller. Dillian Whyte is very entertaining. He lays it all on the line. Whether he's tired, he fights, he lays it all on the line. I like the way he talks shit. I like the way that he at least tries to back it up. But one thing you have to say though, it's not like he's fighting everybody that calls him out. Let's not get that mistaken. Or has he been in a position to when he gets put in a position to fight guys, it's not like it always pans out, right? The Pulev fight, Huey Fury's about to fight Pulev. Pulev couldn't get Jarrell Miller, he couldn't get Dillian Whyte or Dominic Brazil to take that IBF eliminator. You know what I mean? So, and he finally got Huey Fury to take it. All right, so let's not act like every opportunity that comes Dillian Whyte way, he just takes it. Let's not you know, he's making business decisions as well. All right, so let's just keep that in mind. Um, he blocked Jarrell. Remember when Jarrell Miller was trying to get a fight with him, and they were talking shit, back and forth, and then he blocked Jarrell Miller on, was it Instagram or Twitter, but he blocked him. Now I'm not sure if he unblocked him. That's what's up. I just got a text message from one of the guys. But I'm not sure if he unblocked him yet, but I did a video on it. Jarrell Miller actually put up the caption of, you know, like when you block somebody, you get a message, or somebody blocks you, you get a message saying that you're blocked. He blocked them before. Now, if he unblocked them, okay, fine, I missed that. But yeah, man, guys are jealous in the way of they want to be in that position. You know what I mean? Dillian White's not gonna be happy for fucking Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? Um, Neither is who else was out there saying something about it? Shannon Briggs. Shannon, it's like, look, man, I like, you guys know I like Shannon Briggs. All right, he's on my intro. I like the way he was able to turn his life around when he got depressed, and kind of like tight, and that's why him and Tyson Fury have a lot of respect for each other, because both of them, you know, got depressed, gained a whole bunch of weight, going through their personal issues, you know what I mean, and then they were able to transform their bodies, get back down to ideal weights, have a more positive attitude and outlook on life. You know what I mean? I like Shannon Briggs' stories. Been watching the dude since the 90s. Although, Shannon, you didn't beat George Foreman, bro. You didn't beat Big George that night. But anyways, I like Shannon, man. But of course, Shannon isn't going to be happy for this fight either. Why? Because he wants to fight Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? So all these things that these guys are saying, I'm expecting it. Nobody's going to be happy for this fight, but the fans that want to see it. And yes, there are some fighters out there that are giving respect for this fight, man. But you have a guy that Tyson, and then that's another thing. Why does Tyson Fury, like, people are like adamant that he has to fight a top 10 guy? You guys are treating him like he's some fucking up and coming contender or some up and coming prospect, to where that guy has to fight a top 10 guy to prove that he's ready or he's eligible to fight. Look, Tyson Fury never lost his belts in the ring, yo. He is the guy that beat Vladimir Klitschko. You can say it was boring, you know, you didn't like the way he did it. The way he fought in that fight that people are saying are boring and they didn't like, he just fought like that on Saturday. Like, Tyson Fury was Tyson Fury on Saturday. Could he have got Pianata out had he sat down and really tried to mix it up with him and so on and so forth? Possibly, but that's not his style. It's like you guys want him to come back and literally be somebody that he's not. That's not him. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's just my opinion on that. Let me go. I see a lot of y'all leaving comments. But that's my opinion on that. And yes, I like Dillian White. So it's not like, oh, you just hating Dillian. Nah, I like Dillian White. But the stuff he's saying, him and Shannon. So let me guess. Wilder needs to step away from this Fury fight to fight Dillian White. And Fury needs to step away from this Wilder fight to fight Shannon Briggs. No. And yes, I did say I would like to see, when they were both talking about it, they went live on Instagram and they were communicating about it. That video is up on YouTube when Shannon Briggs and Tyson Fury were talking about fighting each other. This was literally when the Seffer Fury fight, I believe it was signed, and then Fury was saying, I'm sorry, Briggs was saying, hey man, after this fight, give me a shot. I was all for it, because at that time it was nothing about Wilder. We still hadn't seen how much Fury was going to come in weighing for the Fury fight. So he was at 276. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I was surprised with the 258. I've been surprised from what I've seen with him in the gym. This dude is for real, man. This isn't some fucking prospect where we're kind of debating, oh, he needs to fight Jarrell Miller, or maybe he needs to fight the Charles Martin Konowski winner. I mean, the dude lost. He hasn't lost his belts in the ring, man. He's the dude that stopped Vladimir Klitschko's reign on the division. He is, not Anthony Joshua. He is. Joshua knocked him out. You know what I mean? Stopped him, but Tyson Fury's the one that made it look easy. I mean, he literally boxed squares, circles, and triangles around Vladimir that night, whether you think it was boring or not. All right, let me see what y'all talking about here. Johnny Payne says, feel you, Mansoor so tough, both from Philly. Hell yeah, man, that'd be a Philly war right there. Amir Mansoor versus Brian Jennings, yo. AZ says, didn't see Bellew saying anything. All right, cool. If he didn't say nothing, then fine. I could have swore I seen somebody sent me a link. Maybe it was just some Bellew news, but I thought it was about that fight. If he didn't say nothing, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I know Dillian White has something to say, and Shannon Briggs. I seen that though. I read it. J Dogs. Okay, let me see. Harry Smith says Bellew called it. Okay, so Bellew called it a freak show and said Fury ain't in no way ready for Wilder. Then again, he said he beat Fury pretty easy. Bellew can keep dreaming. And you know, Bellew should be the last person to say somebody's not able to achieve or do anything. Because remember, Tony, when you went into that David Haye fight, and I actually still have my video up when I was telling people, hey, I'm favoring David Haye. This is going into the first fight. I'm favoring David Haye, but by a close decision. Man, people were killing me on here. You don't know about boxing, shut your channel down. It Anybody that knows anything about UK boxing knows that if Tony Bellew gets hit on the chin, he's going to sleep, blah, blah, blah. They were doubting you, Tony. And look what you was able to do to Haye. Now, I know people are going to say David Haye's Achilles. I'm just saying, people didn't think he was going to win the fight. You know what I mean? So if anybody knows about overcoming people that are, you know, counting you out, it should be you, Tony Bellew. And unlike you, though, Fury is undefeated. You know what I mean? He hasn't lost a fight. He was in great shape his last fight. And then what's crazy about this, y'all, now I haven't checked the bet odds as of late, but as of like last week, and I actually did a video about this, as of last week, the bookies had Tyson Fury a 2-1 favorite. And that's why I'm scratching my head like, damn, why people keep saying this guy ain't ready when the damn bookies, you know, are out there having this guy as a 2-1 favorite. You know what I mean? So I know I keep repeating myself, man, but I just don't understand what it is people think that they need to see. You know what I'm saying? Like what more else did you need to see him look like? He looked like Tyson Fury in the last fight, man. He looked like himself. And another thing with Dillian Whyte, it's like, bro, before you really start talking, bro, like, now, facts are you did beat Derek Chisora. Those are facts. You got the victory. But tell you the truth, bro, I think shit, that could be a rematch. You know what I mean? I mean, that right there could be a rematch, bro. So I like Dillian Whyte, man. If Dillian Whyte somehow gets a shot against Wilder, I'm watching it. I think it'd be a good fight in the wrestling style clash and matchup. But if there's some fights that I would like to see before a Dillian Whyte fight, Anthony Joshua and the Tyson Fury that I'm seeing now, and Tyson Fury, hands down. I don't care if you just beat Joseph Parker. Like, what does that mean? Joseph Parker just lost his last fight before he fought you. So he's coming off a loss. Still a good win, but if we're going to use facts, that's a fact. Still a good win, though. I'm not going to take that away from you. And that was a close one. You know what I mean? Official AJ says, and he backed out of an IBF eliminator too. Straight shot to Joshua. Yeah, he didn't want to fight Pulev for whatever reason. They didn't win the purse bid. I thought Eddie Hearn was Mr. Moneybags. You know what I mean? I know he got some paper though, but shit, he you know, didn't win that. Matt says Takam just called out Whyte on Twitter. Said as we both lost to Chisora, let's go. Ha ha. Don't know if someone has said. That's funny. But and that's another thing with call outs, man. Everybody's calling everybody out. Just like when guys call people out, it's like, bro, you gotta be, you know, aware of people that's calling you out as well. Like Joe Joyce called out Ortiz. Everybody's like, oh yeah, people are getting on me for saying that nobody wants smoke with Ortiz. Joe Joyce just called him out, so why won't he fight him? It's like, but remember, Joe Joyce said, I'll fight him, but not now. And if you want to be real, okay, if you can't get that fight, Joe Joyce, how about you fight what's the guy's name? Martin Bakole Alunga. He just called you out. The Congolese cat that's in the UK, the prospect guy. You know what I mean? He just called you out. So, you know, you gotta be aware of people that's calling you out as well. Gaines PP says, I want Whyte versus Brazil. That'd be a great fight. You know what I mean? That'd be a great fight. And I was reading, because Boxing Scene put the article up. Well, they had the captions of what Whyte and Fury was saying to each other, going back and forth. They did an article on it. And then you know how like under the article, fans can leave comments. I was reading one comment from a fan that was saying, shit, how about just Whyte versus Fury, and then the winner gets Wilder? And I'm scratching my head again, like, how about just Whyte would have fought fucking Ortiz and he gets Wilder? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. Andy C says Whyte would have had to wait 18 months for the fight with Wilder. Deontay even said as much in an interview. Okay, or you can just fight Luis Ortiz. I don't know, man. Is it just some of you would rather see Dillian Whyte fight Deontay Wilder? And you know what, man? I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. This just from what I see, comments that I read, and just from the temperature that I'm getting around from certain fans. Not all fans, all right, but just certain fans. I really believe that some fans just don't want it to be Deontay Wilder that beats Tyson Fury. They rather it be Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua, Derek Chisora, anybody but Deontay Wilder. That's what I'm getting, man. I just think some guys rather just it not anybody but fucking Wilder. Just anybody but Wilder can beat Fury. Anybody. Just please don't let it be Deontay Wilder. We don't want to hear from the Wilder fans or whatever. That's what I'm getting. It's like, and to me, I'm you guys know, well, some of you do know, you probably, you don't want to admit it or give me the props for it, but I'm fans of all these guys, man. But I'm really a fan for the most significant and biggest fights. This type of fight will help shape and help mold this era. You know what I mean? The Klitschko and Joshua fight, the Klitschko and Fury fight, the Whyte and Parker fight, those type of fights are helping mold this era. So Wilder and Fury definitely be one, man. Like how do y'all not get that? Tyson Fury, the man that beat the man. Some people still look at him as the lineal champion, and then you have the longest reigning current heavyweight title holder, which is Deontay Wilder, both undefeated. What more do you want? You know what I mean? Does it really make a difference if he beats let's say Tyson Fury fought let me just see Dominic Brazil? Would that really make a difference? Really? If he beat Dillian Whyte, would that really make a difference? And if it did, how would that really make much more of a difference? It'd be a good entertaining fight. It'd be good to see. That fight is still good. I would still like to see a fight like that, but how does that guarantee that he's ready? And like I said before, man, people are waiting to see the best Tyson Fury. Have you guys ever just thought that, hey, maybe we already seen the best of Tyson Fury in 2015 in November when he beat Klitschko? Or maybe the best of Tyson Fury is yet to come. Maybe the best Tyson Fury will be in 2022 or 2021. Or hell, maybe the best Tyson Fury will be in December or November. How do you know? You know what I'm saying? I'm going off of what the man said himself, what I see when I'm watching him, listening to him talk, and what I'm seeing his weight looks like and how he performs in the ring. That's what I'm going off of. Not just going back and forth with fans. I'm going off what that man had to say about himself. You know what I mean? BG London was good. Official AJ says he looked amazing Saturday. Laughed my ass off, y'all tripping. Yeah, man, he looked like fucking Tyson Fury. Again, I don't know what people are expecting to see, man. It's like they're expecting to see Mike Tyson in there or some shit. I said a Tyson Fury. King Ufa 206 says fight is in December in Las Vegas. Let's get it, man. I want to make it out to that fight, man. I want to make it out to that fight. I'm just thinking I want to make it out to that fight. AZ says, honestly, I don't care if Fury is ready. If he signed a contract, he better make himself ready. You damn right. People act like this dude's a damn prospect or something, man. Like we're trying to force a prospect into the ring. This is an undefeated former unified champion to beat Vladimir Klitschko in his reign and didn't lose his titles in the ring. You know what I mean? And people keep bringing up drug use. Well, he was on drugs though, Mr. Boxing. He the dude was on drugs and he was on drugs and he was going through personal stress. And like I told y'all before, some of my fucking favorite fighters in the 80s was using cocaine. Shit. Michael Dokes, Carl Will, Mike Tyson, all of them, Sugar Ray Leonard, a lot of them dudes was using fucking cocaine and partying and being depressed. What the fuck does that mean? Vladimir Klitschko came back from 4 years off, man. Not Vladimir, Vitaly came back from 4 years off, and I know he was champion emeritus, but he came back from 4 years off and fought Samuel Peter for the title. Ali's first fight back, he fucking fought Jerry Corey, and Jerry Corey was a real deal top 7, 8 heavyweight in the world when he fought him. This dude don't need no 4 or 5 type of tune-ups. And to me, I know some of you gonna say, well, see, that's the thing. He didn't come back and fight a top 10 type of tune up, but he got the tune ups in. He's, you know, this is like riding a bike, man. You're not gonna forget how to fight. You know what I'm saying? The dude just need to get his weight back down and get his mind right. His mind right, his weight back down. The fuck does he need to fight a top 10 for? He's no up and coming contender. J Dogs Poop says Luis Ortiz the only top 5 fighter available for Whyte anyways, regardless if it's a mandatory or not. Good point. King Ufa 206 says Radio Raheem confirmed it in an interview with Fury December Las Vegas. That's what's up. Games PP says Trevor Bryan versus Derek Chisora. I would love that fight. You know, I know Trevor Bryan has that. Congratulations to him. I know it's a big honor in his career, but the WBA got to do something with all these goddamn titles, man. They said they're going to eradicate these titles a few summers ago when they made that tournament. When they made that heavyweight tournament, yeah, it's kind of loud. When they made that tournament, but yeah, he has the interim title. I know that Chisora came out with his hit list. He wants a possible Dillian Whyte rematch, Jarrell Miller, or he said he wants Manuel Charr. Manuel Charr is a fight coming up with Fred Kendo. I know why he wants Manuel Charr, because he has the regular WBA title. I'm curious to see if Chisora will want to fight for the WBA interim title. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like that fight. Sports TV, what's good, man? He says smash that like button, you damn. Briggs says the for not fighting Wilder, and they want to discredit a possible Wilder. And a lot of those people, man, are setting this up to discredit both of them. If Fury loses, they're gonna say, see, he wasn't even ready. He's done. His years are behind him. He's a drug addict. Wilder beat a drug addict. If Fury wins, then they're gonna say, oh, see, Wilder was never that good. He lost to a guy who's on drugs. As if fucking this is a year ago where he's fighting a 400-pound Tyson Fury who's literally not ready. You can't look, man. He's going to be fighting a well-conditioned Tyson Fury. This isn't the 400-pound Tyson Fury we seen a year ago. Johnny Payne says 36 viewers. I'm the only one that like. Y'all hit that like button, man. I swear, man, just sometimes certain topics don't draw a lot of attention, because I have, as far as subscribers, I have in the 5 digits as far as subscribers, man. But you know, heavyweight, if you're not talking about the main guy, sometimes it doesn't draw a lot of attention. But that's fine though. That's what I built my channel on. I got 5 digit subscribers, you know what I mean? So I'm good with that. But for those of you that are here, man, hit that thumbs up though. Oh, you got everything? Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. CB Sports TV says, Mr. Boxing, people don't want to hear that he looked the same in the Klitschko fight, even though it's true. Hell yeah, it's true, man. It's the same dude. The same fucking dude. All right, man. Yeah, that shit froze up for like 5 minutes. I was going to end it completely, but I'm gonna keep it going, man. So hopefully y'all fall back in here. Foul Pole says, is it me or is the stream frozen? Yeah, it was frozen for a minute, man, but I got connection again. October 4th says, Mr. Boxing, I see your point on not wanting to hear excuses from Fury, but I agree, but I don't see Fury being ready to fight Wilder. He just didn't look sharp to me, and may never be like he was. Okay, October 4th, that's fair enough. But my question to you is, what was it about his performance against Pianata that wasn't sharp? Because to me, the head movement was on point. Pianata couldn't even fucking touch him. Now, Pianata was touching him up, busting him up, busted his face up, made him stumble, knocked him around a little bit, landed some good overhand lefts, backed him up with a jab. Then I'd be like, man, he wasn't really sharp. But his weight was down. I thought that was sharp. I thought his movement was sharp. I thought his movement with his feet was sharp. I thought his head movement was sharp. I thought his hands looked pretty quick. It's, you know, and I've asked fighters this before, and I see it myself, is it's hard to knock guys out who are just putting up the high guard and just staying there with the high guard and let you tee off on them, because they can see punches coming and they can brace themselves. You know what I mean? But So I'm asking you and everybody that shared your opinion, what was it about Fury's last performance that wasn't sharp? You know what I mean? So just let me know so we can go back and forth with that. And that's an open question to anybody that's in the chat right now. I just want to go deep into that. Haplotype says, just finished the meeting. What did I miss? Just going over, I seen that Fury and Whyte were going back and forth on social media. So going back and forth on social media about and Shannon Briggs has something to say about the Fury Wilder fight. Just those guys aren't happy. I just gave my opinion about why those guys aren't happy, because those guys want to be in this position. Whyte wants to fight fucking Deontay Wilder, and Shannon Briggs wants to fight Tyson Fury. All right. God of War says welcome back. Yes, sir. Him, the one boxer says, why are y'all so determined to give Wilder legacy points for obviously not ready Fury? I'm not determined to do anything. I'm just determined to want to see this fight. Again, just like I asked October 4th, what is it about? Okay, according to you, how is he not ready? His weight. And when you say he's not sharp or he ain't ready, what was it about the performance that wasn't ready? You know what I mean? Let me know so we can go back and forth on it. You know what I mean? Let me see here. Haplotype says, Mr. Boxing, and I think alike 99% of the time, I agree, Fury won't get ready unless it's a big fight. Yeah, you got to have somebody in front of you, man, to make you want to get ready like that, to make you want to fight to your highest potential. And then you'll be more aware and more alert when you're in the ring fighting. You know what I mean? Because shit, Fury fought. Who did Fury fight before he fought Klitschko? I'm going on top of my head. Was it Chisora and Christian Hammer? Okay, around that, I think it was those two guys. All right, so unless you guys can correct me in the comment section, let's say it was those two guys, right? What was it about fighting Chisora and Christian Hammer that got him ready for Vladimir Klitschko? What was it about beating those guys that he's ready now? What was it about beating those guys? I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so what are we saying here, man? Because if somebody beat Christian Hammer and Derek Chisora, you wouldn't just think, you know what, damn, he beat Chisora and Hammer, oh, he's ready for a title shot. You know what I'm saying? That, okay, him, the one boxing says slow-footed, Antoninus slips are not enough to beat an athletic bastard and Wilder, swim with the fishes or swim with the sharks. Okay. Slow-footed compared to who? Because if he was slow-footed, Pianata couldn't catch shit. So I guess his slow feet is a lot better than a lot of other guys because Pianata couldn't hit a damn thing. I mean, no, look, man. Respectfully, I just think we're looking at two different things, and I think you guys are expecting to see. I think some of you guys are expecting to see a fucking Tyson Fury you've never seen before, because he looked to me the exact same. Now maybe Vladimir was making him move a little bit quicker, or a little bit faster, or getting out of the way a little bit quicker. But the punches Pianata was throwing, he was getting out the way quick enough to where them bitches was like zipping past his head, zipping. I mean, there was even a point in the Pianata fight where they wrapped up, well, a lot of points in the fight where they clinched and they were kind of at mid-range and Pianata tried to sneak a hook. So Fury literally was clinching them, broke the clinch, and then leaned back to get out the way of a hook and then threw a right hand. The shit happened so fast. You know what I mean? So when I see little movements like that, subtle movements like that, anticipation like that, that lets me know the reflexes are still there. You know what I mean? Okay, if you say he's not ready, and I say, I mean, it's just, I guess we just gonna agree to disagree, and that's all good, man. But from what I've seen things that indicate to me that he is ready, especially getting that damn weight down. And there's another guy that comes on my channel, man, I forgot his name. I can't forget who it was, but he just left a comment on my last video talking about this, and he was saying that fuck, what did he say exactly, man? I just lost my train of thought, y'all. But he was telling me why he didn't think it was another reason why he didn't think Fury was ready. And what he was telling me is I actually seen the shit in the ring, man. So if I remember, I'll get back to it, man. But it kind of lost my train of thought. James Coleman says, "How do you determine if another man is ready if you're not him or fighting him?" That's what I've been saying too, man. Like, who word do we go off of? Like fans or the dude himself saying that he's not ready, man. It's like he's showing you that he's ready by getting his weight down. A guy like Tyson Fury just needs to be in. Yeah, that's what the guy said. He was like, the only thing that he's seen, I believe, is Triple H 1200 who left this comment. But he was saying that these training camps hasn't been anything but just weight loss camps. He ain't ready. A guy like Tyson Fury, that's all he needs is just to get his weight down, man. He doesn't need to have to relearn boxing. The shit's in his blood. He just needs his weight. He just needs to be in shape. Like in a lot of sports. Um, LeBron James just needs to fucking be in shape to play well on the court and be focused and have his mind right. But pretty much to physically be out there in the court, just need to fucking be in shape. Are you in shape? You ready to go? Bang for Buck PC Gamer says you go off the eye test. Okay, I don't know if you guys are going with each or talking to each other. Nick Higgins says Fury will look better when there's a dangerous fighter like Wilder in front of him. Yeah, his anticipation and his awareness will be very high when he gets in there with somebody like that. Because you got to worry about a fucking right hand coming from hell that can literally put you to sleep, man, have you quivering and shaking on the floor. Soma says David Price will be an ideal sparring partner for Fury, same size than Wilder and relative quick hands. Fury and Price are big friends. Yeah, I think that'd be a good sparring partner. And being that David Price's best punch is his right hand, you know what I mean? So I think that'd be a damn good sparring partner. I think I seen a comment. Somebody asked me about Croatian fighters. Let me go up and look again. This when the live stream went off for a second. Let me see here. Yeah, Lionel Witherspoon was good, man. He says, "Who was the last Croatian to hold a world title?" Mario Music. I'm not sure, but I know there's a damn good Croatian prospect right now, Filip Herkovic, at heavyweight that you guys should be looking out for. He got bronze in the Olympic Games. I thought he should have been in the gold medal round, man. I thought he won his fight. Um, Herkovic was actually my favorite going into the 2016 games at super heavyweight. Illis92 says, "Yo, salute Mr. Boxing today. Was good. I appreciate that." Nelson Taylor was good, man. He said, "Would you prefer to see King Kong or Tyson Fury fight Wilder? Who would you like Jennings to fight? Who would you like Jennings to fight next?" Okay, so would you prefer to see King Kong, Tyson Fury? Because we already seen the Ortiz fight. You know what I mean? If Ortiz gets his way back up there to get a Wilder fight, I'd love to see a rematch. Shit, he almost damn near beat Wilder. You know what I mean? But we know in boxing almost don't count. You know what I mean? There's no brownie points, but he performed very well against Wilder. Ortiz is able to maintain his weight since that Wilder fight, going into the Razvan Kanjanu fight where he weighed 241 for Wilder and then 241 for Kanjanu. That lets me know that he had his mind right and he got right back in the gym. His trainer confirmed that leading into the Kanjanu fight where he was saying that Luis Ortiz literally after the loss to Wilder was back in the gym that next week, literally back in the gym. And when I looked at his weight, that let me know that yeah, this dude maintained his weight. He was back in the gym. He didn't take really no time off. And I can tell that Ortiz isn't letting that be his end all be all. Like, you know what? I got to Wilder for the title. I lost. Okay, fuck it. He's letting me know that, nah, man, I want to get back. You know what I mean? Him, the one boxing says, Fury looked good against Pianata, but he's not ready for elite. I don't care how good he looked. Everyone in boxing is saying this. Come on, man. Okay, and I know a lot of people in boxing that are saying the opposite. Now you just said he looked good. All right, you just say he looked good, but you don't care how good he looked. You get what I'm saying with that? You know how like how that kind of sounds? He looked good, but I don't care how good he looked. It's like it's almost like it's like you don't want him to be ready. He's okay. You said everybody in boxing is saying this. Come on, man. Okay, he's saying he's ready. Come on, man. Look, fuck what everybody. Look, even fuck what I'm saying and fuck what you're saying. He said he's ready. You get what I'm saying here, bro? Like he said he's ready, and you just admitted he looked good, but you don't care how good he looked. I mean, what are we saying here, y'all? But it's all good though, man. You know, we ain't gonna agree on everything. Capadonna24 says, "What up, Mr. Boxing? What's good, bro?" James Coleman says, "I think Tyson's performance was the same, honestly, and that's not good or bad." Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Shoot, Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Official AJ says, "If Fury beats Wilder because it's 50-50, let's be real. Was he not ready if he wins?" Nah, you know what they're gonna say? That Wilder wasn't that good. This is, in my opinion, this is set up for to discredit both of them. And I know people don't want to hear that. Oh no, it's not. Oh yes, it is, because if he wins, oh see, Wilder wasn't that good. He beat a not ready Tyson Fury. If Wilder wins, if Wilder loses and Tyson Fury wins, oh, you know, he's a bump. You know, we know how this is gonna go, man. It's not going to satisfy everybody, but you know, that is what it is. To me, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, there's just a small percentage of fans that don't want to see it, or he's not ready, or that type of thing. It's just a small percentage, but just from what I'm seeing. Northwest River says he's almost there, guys. He's been training a year flat. Let's 10-1 list 10-1. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying, bro. Foul Pole Boxing says Fury fans have a skewed memory of how good Tyson was. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to think, because I'm just, you know, and again, it's funny, man, because people, a lot of fans, a lot. I'm not saying every single one of you in the comment section, but a lot of fans were saying the Vladimir Klitschko fight was boring. That's boring. All he did was just stick and move. It was boring. He did the same fucking exact thing on Saturday. I just don't get it, man. Nick Higgins says Fury will look better. I think I read some of these comments already. Let me see here. Him the one. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, him the one says reflexes are still there, but against who? Against a fighter. Wilder is the real deal, no joke. Athletic and prolific with the right hand. I agree with the fact that it's in Fury's blood, but it's not enough right now. Okay, I just see we're going to disagree wholeheartedly on this one, man. Okay. All right. I really don't know what to say else, man. I pretty much conveyed my message as clear as I possibly can on this one. And I actually did a breakdown on my heavy bag yesterday where I conveyed, where I'm showing you what I seen from him. So if some of you guys disagree with me, it's just it is what it is, man. There's no hard feelings. Arsenal Maniac says, Mr. Boxing. So who come Wilder agrees to fight Fury without date or location, yet didn't sign the Joshua contract, even though, look, Matt, okay, even though 99% knew the location and week of the fight, be real. Be real about what? They just did if you go to 78 Sports TV's page, shout out to him. There's a video he just uploaded. It's like a minute long. It's Wilder and Fury. They're doing like it's like a gloves are off, face off type of setup where they're sitting at a table. It's like a dark room. They got the WBC built in the middle, and there's like this mediator guy that's in the middle. I'm not sure who it is, but this shit looks like it's ready to go, man. You know what I mean? So you can sit here and dream that it doesn't happen, or let's be real. No, let's be real that a lot of things are taking place that are that's giving us the impression that shit is going to happen. Fury saying it's live, it's on. Shelly Finkel was in the ring with Wilder. He was in the ring with Wilder. Frank Warren's right there. Tyson Fury's right there. He traveled to Belfast. They're in the ring. They're letting the world see the shit that's going on. That's a lot. Look, they took a lot more steps than AJ and Wilder whole thing ever took. Let's be real. You know what I mean? But hey, I appreciate you commenting on, man. I always see you on my page. I got a lot of passion when it comes to boxing, yo. I'm a laid back guy by nature, but when I'm passionate about something, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Official AJ says, what fight did y'all watch Saturday? Laugh my ass off. Fury was making Pianata miss all night. Yeah, man. That motherfucker was hitting air. He even did Fury even did the Ali. Y'all remember when Ali had that exhibition against Michael Dokes back in the day? And Ali was on the he was in the corner and he had a hand on each side of the ropes and he was bobbing and weaving and making a miss. That was Ali versus Michael Dokes back in the day when they did that exhibition. Christian Bumir says, hold on, let me see. Hold on, wait. Iron Kong 26 says that ain't a big achievement making Pianata miss. That fight was terrible. I always think it's a big achievement when you go in there and make your opponent miss. I don't give a fuck if you're fighting a heavyweight champion or the heavyweight champion of journeyman. If you get in there and make a guy miss all night and he can't touch you as a pro fighter, the objective is to hit and not get hit. So I don't give a fuck who you're fighting. You make a motherfucker miss all night. And people forget, yes, Pianata isn't this world beater, but once upon a time, Pianata was an undefeated contender himself that got a Vladimir Klitschko opportunity. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make him out to be a world beater. No, I'm not by any stretch of it. But to me, when you get in the ring with another motherfucker that's trying to hit you and you making him miss, you did a good job. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I'm talking about Tyson's Fury style. You got, look, and another thing, you guys are trying to say things like, well, put him in there with Jarrell Miller or Dillian Whyte and let's see what happens. What will happen will be the same thing. What will happen 2 years from now or last year had Fury been in shape. Those guys aren't fucking pussies. You know what I mean? Whyte getting in there with Fury is going to be a tough matchup regardless. Regardless. It has nothing to do with fucking Deontay Wilder. Regardless. So to try to make it seem as if like, yeah, let's see what happens to Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is going to miss and Dillian Whyte is going to touch him, especially to the body. Because although Tyson Fury is good at moving his upper body and moving his head, and I brought this up before, style makes fights. Dillian Whyte's going to attack that body. Tyson Fury is a big fucking target to hit. A lot of guys headhunt a lot. They don't go to his body enough. You know what I mean? So Dillian Whyte, whether he fights, if he wasn't going to fight Wilder next and it's going to be Dillian Whyte, that's going to be a tough matchup regardless. So some of you are making it seem as if like if he fought somebody tougher, it'll look different. Styles make fights, y'all. Let me see here. Christian Bumer says, I thought Fury looked way better than some people are saying. And based on the improvement from the Safiri fight to the Pianata fight, if he improves the same way for Wilder, he's ready for sure. Haplotype 0 says, Fury looked very good this weekend and he'll look even better against Wilder. Agree. Foul Pole Boxing says Wilder proved my theory against Ortiz that he has a chin. If he stays aggressive against Fury and lets his hands, he wins by KO. I'm assuming you mean let his hands go. October 4th says, I'm sure Fury believes in himself. I just think he looks off still. More important than weight loss is timing, anticipation, being sharp. To me, he just looked way sharper against Vladimir. I see your point. I think is because you've seen Vladimir. You've seen that it was Vladimir that he was making miss. When you see Safiri, it just makes us think, oh, yeah, he made Safiri miss. That Vladimir fight, you guys got to remember, he was the underdog in that fight. So shit looked even larger than what it did because he was making Vladimir miss. Vladimir was headhunting with single shots, couldn't get anything going, hesitating with his right hand. Like I said, Fury was boxing squares, circles, and triangles around him, yo. You know what I mean? But there's things that I've seen in that Pianata fight where it was the punches that he was making him miss that made me say, damn, his reflexes are back. Because again, like that, it was a few times he did this, man, where he would get close to Pianata, step back to break. Pianata would try to sneak in a quick hook, and this motherfucker stepped back, leaned back from the hook, and then threw his right hand counter. Man, I don't give a fuck who you're in there with, man. That is hard to pull off, man. Let's me and you stand close, mid-range. I'll throw a hook, you lean back on it, and then hit me, man. I don't know, man. It's just certain things that I see in the ring, man, that are very hard to do, and I don't give a fuck who you're in there against. To be able to do that, um, is pretty damn impressive, in my opinion. But I appreciate your comment though, yo. Him, the one boxing says, by the way, love your channel and knowledge in the heavyweight boxing. Keep up the good work. Salute, man. I definitely agree with that. And there's this misconception going on, man. I see, and it's just minute, but I know you guys probably see these comments. Some of you guys probably just blow it off because you know it's bullshit. But some of you guys are new to my channel, man. You can have your opinion about who you think gonna win fights, style breakdowns, disagree with me about styles or whatever. Your comment will live on my page. I seen, and I had to delete this, I had to block this dude and delete him because he was coming to my comment section. It was for the Fury Wilder thing, and there was a commenter uh leaving his opinion about how Fury's going to win the fight. And this dude came under his comments like, "Oh, this comment isn't going to live on this page because this dude was a Wilder lover." And I'm sitting there like, man, fucking blocked. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Then I thumbs up that the other dude's comment that gave me his theory on how Fury's going to beat Wilder. You know what I mean? This is boxing talk, man. So just putting that out there, man. So if any of y'all that are watching wondering why you're blocked, or because I know y'all still lingering around watching, man, it's because of shit like that. Those comments will always live. It's when you start talking bullshit. You know what I mean? But as far as who gonna win and how they're gonna win and all that shit gonna live. You know what I mean? Mr. Natty Turner, salute, bro. See you in the comment section. He said you going to the Armory to watch the fights. You talking about the fights this weekend, huh? I don't know, man. I hear F.A. Jagba's on the undercard. I know Jamal. You talking about the one with Jamal James? I actually train in the gym with Jamal James. That's a good fucking fight. He's a big, tall motherfucker for welterweight, man. Nigga, that motherfucker like 6'2". I actually train in the same gym. I'm sure they probably still train there, but it's called Circle of Discipline out there in South Minneapolis. This was 2010. You know what I mean? Jamal was about 4-0 around then. You know what I mean? But I definitely like Jamal James. Wish the best for him. F.A. Jag was going to be on that undercard. Good heavyweight prospect. The new 2.0 Nigerian Nightmare, man. So I want to definitely see a Jagba. I don't know, man. Are you going to it, Natty? You going to be at the Armory? Let me know. Christian Burmer says, sup, by the way, I smashed the like button. Salute, man. I appreciate that. Rayshawn Hudson was good. He says, I think Jennings should fight the winner of Charles Martin and Adam Konowski. I think that'd be a good matchup. I think that'd be a great matchup. I actually broke down that fight, man. For those of you that haven't seen that breakdown, go check that video out, and I will definitely be doing more of those videos as that fight comes up. I think it's a very intriguing fight based on styles. Charles Martin's look. I know people just think of the Joshua fight. Yes, that shit wasn't one of his proudest moments. Yes, it was a pretty embarrassing moment for him. But if you do look at the fights that he did win, that he did show up to fight, like Glendy Hernandez, Vicente, forgot the dude's name, Vicente something or the other. He also had a fight with Joey Daweko, and he had a fight with what's the other cat's name that I watched? The Daweko fight, Glendy Hernandez, Vicente, some of the other, and she's got a crazy text. And then what's the other cat's name, man? Raphael's and Banu Love. You know what I mean? I watched those fights. The dude can get sneaky, and the Glasgow fight, which really wasn't much. But the dude can be sneaky and crafty with his left hand. He can jump in and out like he did against Joey Daweko. He does have some positives, man. I know people just, that fucking AJ fight just lingers. It burns in our memory, right? But he can be a problem, man. He really can if he puts his mind to it. He seems as if, I know he got shot like last year or some shit. He got shot out in LA downtown, you know, or whatever. He was putting up some shit on Instagram, him smoking weed, doing his thing, living his life. He wanted to be a rapper or something, you know. But I will say over the last year, he's had some comeback fights. He's been very serious. I've seen him out at the Crunk. I've seen him out LA getting good sparring in with top quality guys. So he seems serious, you know what I mean? But Konowski is a motherfucker. That motherfucker's like Jason Voorhees, man. He's bloody, get bloody. He just still comes forward. How long can that style last? We'll see. He was getting touched up in his last fight against was it Lago Kiladze? Dude was touching him up, moving, touching him up, moving, touching him up, circling. Then he ran out of gas. Konowski was working that body and he wore him down. He actually buzzed Konowski's nose. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's just fucking normal. You know what I mean? Uh, there's always gonna be some blood in a Konowski fight, and Konowski pretty much ran through Spilka. But it's gonna be a good fight though, based on styles. I'm gonna jump off here in a minute, Joe. I'm gonna read a few more of y'all comments, man. I appreciate y'all showing up, man. Definitely do. Faraz, what's good, man? He says, heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Salute, my guy Faraz. Hey, man, you gotta start making some videos, bro. I know you took a little hiatus, man, but come on, man. You gotta start putting up some more vids. You ain't made a vid in a minute, man, but I know you got stuff going on, man. But love to see you back posting vids, man. Headshot says, I'm a big Fury fan, but there was no snap and them punches look labored. Um, hmm. Do you think was it just you just didn't like was it because he really wasn't hurting Pinata and the teeing off on him, or did they just not look fast to you? You know what I mean? Just let me know what you think about that. Let me see here. Arsenal Maniac says Ortiz almost went the distance against part-timer Dave Allen. Ortiz isn't very good. He's not world class. I'm not even gonna respond to you, bro. Like that. Us having a conversation about if Luis King Kong Ortiz is world class. Come on, brother. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Woolbag. Okay, he's going back with Arsenal Maniac. Soma says, honestly, what is your opinion about Povetkin, overrated or underrated, in compared to Ortiz? Povetkin going into the Deontay Wilder fight, when that fight was made and it was on and we thought it was going to happen in 2016, I was saying then that Povetkin had the second best resume at heavyweight to Vladimir Klitschko. So that should tell you all you need to know about it. What I don't like is these drug testing issues. I don't even want to get into a long conversation about that because people, he never failed. Look, just that type of shit is never a good look for nobody. But as far as his resume coming up from the Olympics, fighting guys like fucking Chris Bird and all those type of guys, and like his 12th, 13th fight and all that type of shit, fighting Vladimir, Povetkin's solid, man. He had the second best resume to Vladimir Klitschko to me. You know what I mean? For the current guys when Vladimir was still fighting. This 2016, spring of 2016, going into the Wilder fight, I said that. So to me, man, that's shit. That's all you need to know about my thoughts about Povetkin. I like Povetkin, yo. He's getting older. He's getting up there. But definitely beating him is that's a star on your fucking resume. You know what I mean? Like on a college football, they give you them fucking stickers. In high school football, American football, they give you those stars for if you're on defense for like a sack or interception or a touchdown or some shit. Povetkin is a star you're gonna put on the helmet, definitely, or sticker, whatever you want to call it. All right, Heplo type says the only thing a few more tune-ups will give Fury is no real reason to train hard and more time to fuck up and get into trouble. Him, the one boxing says, looking good ain't enough. You have to be and look elite to compete with elite. Respect Wilder. Don't come in half-ass. Hell yeah, but then what you got to realize though, and I'm not saying you're saying this, bro, but a lot of fans, a lot of pundits, they always say what? Deontay Wilder's not he's not all that skilled. You know what I mean? So my thing is, bro, is just I think we're just like wanting, like we're just creating, we're just like we're creating and putting so much on these fighters, man. I think we're trying to see shit we never even seen from these guys before, man. You know what I mean? But that's my thoughts on that though, really, man. I mean, you have to look elite. I mean, he went in there and won every fucking round, yo. Like he won every round. I mean, had he went in there and knocked him out in a round, I think people would still complain and say, oh well, Peanut ain't shit. He outboxes him for 10 rounds. Peanut ain't shit. So no matter what he would have done, peanut ain't shit, right? That's what people would say anyway. So to me, man, it's just like I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what the man could have done. Probably got a stoppage, but people will still have something to say about it. You know what I mean? To me, he outboxed the shit out of him. Okay, I see some of y'all going at it. Carlton Palmer says Fury isn't ready. People criticize AJ if he was fighting him next. Who? I wouldn't at all. So when you say people, you gotta be more specific of what you're saying, brother, because I wouldn't. This the man that beat the man, yo. Like, look, man, all that going back and forth and talk, I know sometime on here people go back and forth, they troll and cuss each other out and Beyonce Wilder and shit like that, and they go back and forth calling the guy. Look, man, with all that shit aside, man, this is a good fight. Tyson Fury is one of the best fighters in the world. You know what I mean? Let's be honest here, man. The dude is one of the best fighters in the world. He did exactly what he needed to do against Francisco Pianata. You know what I mean? Now let's move on to something else because he did exactly what he needed to do. If fucking AJ was fighting Tyson Fury, that'd be another great fight. A unified champion versus the lineal champion. How was that not a great fight? Who the fuck would complain about that? And actually have a fair argument. You know what I mean? Faraz says, any truth of what Hatman was saying about Adrian Hearn or saying about turning down the fight due to them not wanting to be on BT Sports? I have no clue, bro. No clue at all on that. Ray Sean Hudson says, I've been wanting to see this fight, Wilder versus Fury, since 2016. Me too. When Wilder put Spilka into a mild coma, that shit was ugly. But when he put him into a wild coma and Fury jumped in the ring and got in his face, I want to see it too. But you know what's funny though? Who also sitting in the crowd that people aren't really talking about? Povetkin was there too. He was sitting in there chilling. And people, I see some fans, I don't know if they forget or they weren't really paying attention, but a lot of people are like, well, why didn't Wilder fight him then? It's like, dude, don't you remember that remember the whole Povetkin and Wilder thing went on for like the ending of 2015 going into the first part of 2016 about them I gotta get off here in a minute, but them fighting each other, you know what I mean? And they kept kind of, in my opinion, Povetkin and Wilder were kind of scheduling fights around each other. And then who did fucking Povetkin beat in late 2015? Was it the Whyte fight? And then they were saying that let's try to fight in January, whatever. It would have been like a fucking month and a half turnaround for Povetkin to fight Wilder. And then Wilder went on with the Spilka fight. There was somebody else that they wanted instead of Spilka. There was another name they threw out there. I fucking forget who it was. Damn, I forget who it was, man. Was it Mansoor? It was somebody, but Spilka ended up getting a fight. No, Spilka was going to fight Mansoor. It was somebody that Wilder was going to fight, but they ended up going with Spilka. He beat Spilka, and then Povetkin was in line because he was the mandatory to finally get his shot. You know what I mean? Now I know unification is supposed to supersede mandatory things, but Povetkin then was one then we're gonna take to do with the court, that type of shit. So Povetkin was next in line. It was always about Povetkin. Even when Wilder fucking beat Stavern, we start hearing about the Povetkin fight. Fella, what's good, man? He says, greeting from the north side. His boringness is effective. He dismantled a prime Chisura. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off. Mr. Doc was good, man. I'm about to hop off. I appreciate you coming to the channel. All right, see a few of y'all talking shit about other channels. Okay. Let me see here. Arsenal Maniac says 78 Sports is a chump. He's a phony. That's bullshit. If you think that, that's on you, man. But I think that's complete bullshit. Why did he say something that hurt your feelings about one of your fighters or something? 78 Sport has a damn good channel, man. So I don't get. You know what, man? That's your opinion, man. 78 Sports TV. Salute to you, bro. That's one of my guys, man. Hop says, hey, Mr. Box, today. Been enjoying your recent vids as usual. Appreciate that, man. The Eye Fella says hashtag free 78. Yeah, man, they gotta let 78 do his live streams again, man. But 78 Sports and my man Black Fight Fan TV got a dope ass little live stream they do every morning. That shit's dope, man. I like that live stream they do. But yeah, man, if you're mad that 78 says something that hurt your feelings, bro, you need to get over that shit, man. He got a dope channel. And a lot of y'all gotta realize, man, a lot of us uploaders, man, we go through hell and hot water with trolls, man. Trolls come and talk shit, and sometimes you gotta respond to these motherfuckers and put them in their place, man. Like we're grown men too, you know what I mean? So a lot of us ain't gonna just let a motherfucker just talk shit all the time, 24/7, and we're always supposed to take the high road and be the gentleman in the situation. Look, man, a lot of us try, man, but sometimes motherfucker gotta get put in a place too, man. But anyways, let me see here, man. All right, a lot of y'all see some Joshua, man. I'm not even talking about Joshua's fighting Povetkin, so we'll talk about Joshua Povetkin, man. Tone Bangers was good. Rashawn Hudson says Mr. Boxing Deontay Wilder wanted to fight AJ now, so when people say that shit about blank dates and venues, that's why Wilder signed because he didn't want to fight him now. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Arsenal Maniac says no LDBC video about Wilder prior to Joshua on the scene. One of the black bros exposed their asses, no single vid. That's bullshit. Deontay 78 Sports TV is one of the first guys, not the first, but one of the first guys I seen to do a Deontay Wilder interview. I know Boxing Beats and Rhymes did one as well. The very first, like the way we do our vids, not the interviewer from like the fight hypes and the fight news and the box, not those guys, but like just regular uploaders like us who just come on here and talk boxing. The first guys to do one was in 2008. Fuck, Haplotype, if you're still here, man, what was those guys' names, man? The two white dudes. Omega, what's the other fucking guy's name? You know who I'm talking about, bro, because you was here in like '07. Let me see if he's still here, if Haplotype is still here, man. Damn, I hope Haplotype is still here. Let me go down. What was their names? Fight Fans for Real or some shit like that? They were the first dudes that I seen. They were the first dudes that I seen give Wilder video, and it was after his first pro fight. All right, but saying that there have been no LDBC guys did videos on Wilder, that's bullshit. Boxing for Real, that's who it was. Who said that? Colin Palmer. Good job. It was Boxing for Real. But look, man, I'm not about. Look, man, Wilder's getting ready to fight Joshua. I mean, I'm sorry, I want to see that fight, but Joshua's getting ready to fight Povetkin. Wilder fighting Fury. All right, that's is what it is right now. All this other shit is just don't even mean nothing, man. I think some of y'all just come just to argue for the break down a fight, man. Like tell me about a jab and a right hand, and you know what I mean. Tell me about some shit like that, man. Like tell me about something, man. Quit just trying to like argue. Like so and so called AJ a coward. Okay, well that's their opinion. You break down a fight to me. Like tell me about footwork and boxing, or let's talk about the history or something. Like I think some of y'all just come just to argue, man, which is weird to me. Yeah, you're just trolling out, bro. But it is what it is, man. I ain't even tripping. B Marsh, what up though, man? See B Marsh in the building. Renique 313, what's good? 313. That's is that Detroit? The 313? If it is, what up though? I know how y'all get down in Detroit. What up though? Any cat I met from Detroit, man, and I'm from the Midwest too, man. I live in the Twin Cities. Any Detroit cat ever knew, they always say, what up though? Anthony Jones says, Mr. Box today, much respect, always giving the fight fans great content. I appreciate that, man. Somebody said I'm looking superbly handsome. I pray to God you're a female. Let me see here. Carlton Palmer says the LDBC don't allow any contrary opinions. I've had contrary opinions all the time. And look, you know, a lot of cats be saying, at least Mr. Box is not down with the LDBC, at least not LDB. Who the fuck told you that? I'm down with the LDBC, man. A lot of them guys, I've been down with them before they started the LDBC. Blood boxing, 70. I've been knowing blood boxing for 11 fucking years, man. 78 been rocking with him 6-7 years. So this when the LDBC was created, I've already been down with them. So there is no you're not down. We ain't never stopped being cool with each other. You know what I mean? And some of them cats, we ain't stopped being cool with each other for the last 10, 8, 9 years. You know what I mean? So Colin Palmer says, but you are the LDBC. Yeah. So what does that mean now? Oh, you're not going to watch my channel no more? I've been cool with them before it was called LDBC. We've always been cool. There's never been different. Look, we've had different opinions going back and forth before. I've never stopped being cool with them guys, man. Black Fight Fan TV, I've been knowing him for a couple years now, before the term LDBC was started. Mac G12 says, oh, what's good, Mac G12? Another long-time subscriber. I appreciate you showing up, man. He says, hey, Mr. Box, today, you did a great job breaking down the fights in your last vid. Could you break down how to set traps in the ring? I remember you talking about traps with Larry Holmes. Somebody asked me what's LDBC. It's the Lions Den Boxing Community. It was something that was started by 78 Sports TV. First, the Lions Den was just a debate forum, and 78 Sports hosted it, and it was some of everybody was on that motherfucker, man. Some of everybody, UK cats, some of everybody was on that. And then once that kind of went away, 78 started the Lions Den Boxing Community, kind of to rival the YTBC, because there was a lot of bullshit going on, man, with that. Then he started the LDBC. I've been cool with them through that, you know what I mean? But before, when it was started, and to this day, I actually communicated with 78 today, you know what I mean? So them my guys, man. Shout out to the LDBC. You know what I mean? If you don't like them, shit, you don't like them, man. It is what it is. Illis92 says, right, Mr. Box, today, and before the LDBC was established, these same channels were covering Wilder since the Malik Scott fight, and way earlier than that. Yes, they were. All right, y'all, man, I got to hop off, man. About to go help my wife make dinner. Trap House Boxing was good. Mr. Doc was good. Trap House says he's lying because I don't always agree with everything in the LDBC. Yeah, that's another thing. All you guys just agree, and when somebody disagrees, you block them. That's not true. That's not true at all, man. Look, 78 and Black Fight Fan on their last stream they did, I believe it was Friday morning or maybe it was Thursday morning. Black Fight Fan is saying Tyson Fury, if he's sharp, is going to beat Wilder. 78 says Wilder is going to beat Fury. That's a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? When the Lomachenko and Rigondeaux fight came about, it was disagreements. I listened to the Smoke City Mobcast, it was disagreements. When Mikey Garcia fought, what's my man's name? Robert Easter Jr., there was disagreements. Southside Boxing, I remember him and Black Fight Fan was going at it in a little heated debate. Southside was going with Mikey Garcia. I was actually going with Mikey too, and Black Fight Fan was going with Robert Easter, man. So y'all, it's just some weird ass misconceptions, man. I don't know where y'all getting y'all information from, man. But look, man, I'm out of here. Let's look at the end of the day, man. What's up, Lawrence Williams? End of the day, look, y'all, listen to who you want to listen to. You know what I mean? It's free. Listen to who you want to listen to, man. Yeah, listen to who you want to listen to at the end of the day, man. Yeah, Woolbag, Ticket TV, and Fred just they've been going at it with that Porter, with that the whole Sean Porter topic. They going at it. That's why people say, You can't disagree because they'll block. Dude, I see disagreements all the time. Somebody says, I've been blocked by the LDBC live stream for disagreeing. They hate discerners. Okay, well, look, and I'm telling you, I see disagreements amongst us all the time. So look, JD, I don't know if you're, and that's another thing. You can't just disagree, but then be like, yeah, I disagree. So and so's going to win, and then cuss them out at the same time. Because then, I'm not saying you're doing that, but some cats do that. They want to they want to disagree and be disrespectful. Now that's different. If you're just disagreeing and you breaking it down style wise and got your thing, that's okay. But if you're disagreeing and try to be disrespectful, I block motherfuckers on my channel for doing that type of shit. You can disagree, bro, but you ain't got to be disrespectful. But look, man, listen to whoever you want to listen to. It's all good. I'm gone. Y'all be good. I'm out, y'all. Peace.